Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Super Turtle 12 here, and today I'm excited to show you this cool mod that I did for the Rick Boy exclusive Shin Gojira. And just going to walk you through the process that I did. Now, if you look at my review, guys, you can kind of, well, you'll understand that I was kind of seeing this piece as expendable, which may upset some of you, but in my opinion, this was an okay piece, and I felt a little comfortable doing this. Now, this is something I just did very last minute, and I was kind of like winging it, trying it out for the first time. I mean, I've seen a couple of videos of how people do this, but I wanted to try it on my own. Now, please keep in mind, this is a very expensive figure. Okay, I paid almost $300 for it, and in the end, I felt like you're better off getting the regular edition for like maybe 50 bucks less, or maybe more. And oh yeah, see, you can already see the LEDs kind of humming there. And don't be offended, guys, by this. So just enjoy the ride, and I'll try to be as detailed as I can about Shin Gojira. Okay, so what I decided to do here, guys, was I had some more footage of me just trying to take him apart. Now, his legs do come apart, his head comes apart, his tail comes apart, and there's even the little edge of his tail that does come off. Like, it's a very kind of translucent end of his tail that has like that little face or whatever. So I was able to take out those parts, and you could easily put them back in, but it is a hassle, I will tell you that. You're going to struggle with that unless you have a small little hair dryer or something to kind of loosen up the pieces. I wouldn't recommend putting water on this, guys. Like, under closer inspection of the LEDs, some of the paint was kind of like not scratched off, but I guess it's just the natural decay of the paint that they applied, you know, on the resin and the plastic. So, or I'm sorry, I think it's PVC actually. But oh man, the LEDs were like really freaking out there. But I did use, I think, a little too much LED in this particular run of it, but you guys can use as much or as less as you want. Now, my strategy here was how to get the LED inside of him without drilling like a hole in his freaking tail, right? So what I did is I got a Dremel tool, and I actually soldered off a little tiny opening, kind of see where my thumb is right now, you know, right where you're supposed to kind of put in the tail. You know, it has like this kind of suction cup thing, and you put it in the back of his tail. Right there, I'm kind of just making some adjustments. Really dangerous. I really should have turned off the LEDs. But like I said, this is my first mod, and I was just trying to have fun with this because I was trying to make this piece a little more special to me. But the final product was amazing. If you saw that little intro video, it does come out splendid. Or if you look at this other 25-second video I made, he was really jazzy. He had some jazz music with him. So yeah, here I'm just adjusting the hole here. It sounds horrible. I'm ashamed. I'm sorry, Godzilla. Anyway, just kind of soldering that hole there, making it a little more space for the LEDs to fit, because I think that's what it was causing the flicker, is that I was trying to squeeze them through his tail and it just wasn't working out. So here I made the decision just to solder the edge of that little suction cup part and put the tail in there. Now, I will say that the LEDs can traverse through his entire body. The only bad part is the Rick Boy exclusive head. It's filled with this like milky residue on the inside. I guess it's to keep the form of the head, and that kind of blocks out a lot of the light that I wish it could project. So what you're gonna see me doing here is using the regular edition head, which actually is more translucent and looks a lot better in my opinion. And the LEDs, I'm gonna traverse them all the way through the end of the tail. And there's only a small bit at the end of the tail where it got really, really difficult to get the LEDs in there without destroying the LED. So I think at some point in the video, I might have cut it out because it was like way too dodgy. But I get some like very thin Q-tips like for Gundam kits. And I used that to kind of like string them through the edge of his tail and kind of shook the tail a little bit to get him down in there. But I'm pretty sure you guys will find, you know, better methods than this. This is just me kind of just like going guerrilla style on this Godzilla. That sounded bad. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, I found that putting the LEDs was a really fun experiment for me, and something that I would like to do, and maybe on a couple of other pieces that I'm more um, I'm willing to accept the loss with. But I do recommend this, guys. It wasn't hard at all. The Dremel tool, I think, is like if you're gonna mod anything, you really need a Dremel tool. Like I didn't think I needed it, but after seeing how people would use it, researching it a little bit, I found like, wow, this thing could actually help with tons of other things. So I highly recommend the Dremel tool, especially. Oh god, you see, like I'm just like shoving the LEDs in there. Like I was just trying to see how much I could fit in, how bright I could make this guy. And I don't have him on all the time, guys, so I don't fear he's going to melt. I have him just basically for display, and sometimes when people come over, I'm like, oh look, you want to see Shin Godzilla? You want to see him power up? And I show him for a few seconds. So it would be cool though to try to find a way to get this to fit into like a USB like adapter or connector, and you could like plug in the USB and turn it on whenever you'd like. Here I'm having a moment of doubt, a little bit of anxiety, thinking, what have I done here? This is a $300 piece. But no, guys, like I said, it's up to you, the value you put into your pieces. I have modded some of my pieces, like I have a Liara Tassoni that's from Gaming Heads. It's like a statue, and her freckles were very faint, so I went back and just applied a little bit more paint, matched it, kind of patted it down and made it look a lot better, more like Liara Tassoni that I knew. But yeah, guys, I love Shin Godzilla. The movie was awesome in my opinion. A lot of subtitles, so you would get like subtitles in English, and then you would get these like titles for everyone that they'd show on screen, what they did, and then you would have like what precinct they were in, and just so many subtitles. But aside from that, the movie was very cool, very political oriented movie, and in my opinion, a very dark version of Gojira. Yeah, guys, and I don't know, you can comment below maybe some pieces you have modded, or maybe some recommendations you would have recommended to me before I delved into this experiment here. Tell me about some of the pieces you have maybe modded or have changed ever so slightly just to meet your tastes. So if you look, guys, the LED actually slides underneath his tail. So what I plan to do is just easily get some like this black kind of like a theater tape, that they use for concerts, and just wrapping that little portion of the LED. But you'll actually see that if you let it kind of, if you leave it exposed, it does give the whole figure some extra lighting under his belly and stuff. So right now I think I'm going to turn off the lights and you'll get to see him in his glory. But yeah, really happy about this project. Glad it came out really well and everything fit back into place. It didn't explode. It has not melted. So yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on modding figures. Maybe this is like a blasphemy, heresy, or maybe this is a cool thing you might try. But like I said, this was just me guerrilla styling it, and this is me putting the LEDs at their strongest. So yeah, he looks freaking awesome. See, now if you had the regular edition, the purple would actually match the body in terms of the color. But I do change the color like in and out. Like the red I found kind of blends the purple with the red on his skin. So if you look at the beginning of the video, that was me putting on the red, and I tried a couple of different colors just to see how it worked out. But yeah, guys, this was a fun project. I had a lot of fun, and I'm using a new mic, so hopefully I don't sound as terrible as in the past videos. Yeah, guys, and be sure to drop a like if you do enjoy this type of video, because I do mod a lot of different things. So if this is something you want to see more, drop a like, or if you just like the project in general, drop a like, and let me know if you've modded anything. And until next time, you stay super.